Hello everyone and welcome to the Canadian Redneck channel. My name's Dave and today we're putting brakes on a 3000 Ford. They have a drum type brake, a lot like a car, and so one of the first things we have to do is get the hind tire off. It's a windy day today, but I'll try to get the camera set in a spot where it's not going to be too bad and you can watch along. Like I said, one of the first things we got to do is get the hind tire off. And it's best if you had some help with that, because those hind tires, if they have the fluid in them, the fluid itself weighs 450 to 500 pounds. Then you get the weight of the tire and rim and everything, you're looking at 600 plus pounds that you're going to wrestle with. So it's a good idea to have some help, or in our case, we're going to use the tractor to lift it out of the way. That way you don't have to worry about it falling on anybody. Anyway, like I said, I'll get the camera set up in a spot out of the wind and we'll get started. With the wheel off, that exposes the brake drum for us, and now we'll see about getting the brake drum off. I have to break it loose from the axle a little bit. It's kind of stuck there, but it should come. It's wiggling, I think. Yeah, we may have to back off the brakes a little bit too. These have adjusters just like a car brake, drum brake, so you have to back them off to get the drum off. There. Go. These retaining spring caps turn 90 degrees and come off over the pins. With the brakes disassembled, you want to take a look, check for any kind of oil leaks from the rear axle seal and stuff like that. Seems to be pretty dry in here for the most part, except for where oil was squirted around the axle hub here. But inside where the brakes are seems pretty good and dry, so we should be good to just put the new pieces back on. And now is a good time to clean the threads on the adjuster, and we like to use an anti-seize type grease on them. Before you start assembling the new pieces onto the new shoes onto the backing plate, you want to adjust your brake adjuster all the way in, and I like to assemble it with the spring on the shoes before I put them on. Makes it just a little simpler to put together, and they will fit into place around the drum. And make sure you have the adjuster by the opening in the backing plate for adjusting the brakes. And then you can start with your retaining pins. So now it's time for the brake springs. If you don't have a brake tool like this, usually a pair of locking pliers you can get by with for reattaching the brake springs. Now it's time to clean up the brake drum. Make sure everything looks alright. adjust the brakes out as tight as the drum will slide onto. Like so they're making contact with the drum when you slide it on, so that you don't have to try to do it from the inside all the way out. It's a lot more convenient right out here where you can get a hold of it. So with the brake drum in place, you can finish adjusting up to get your final brake setting. You want to have decent pedal, but the drum has to turn freely. So we got that side done on the tractor. Doing the other side is exactly the same process. I don't think we need to sit through that again. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it useful and helpful. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments section below. And as always, like, subscribe, share. Have a great day.